What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Ross the Boss coming at you with an all-new Let's Play Europa Universalis 4. We are continuing our Castilian conquest of Ceuta, and of course we are kicking butt and taking names. We have a lot of manpower here, and of course we are going to be taking a variety of provinces from Tunisia as well and Morocco. I'm wondering if we could take out these 16,000 troops. They do have a lot more cavalry than we do, but of course we are going to try our best. Or maybe we'll just move into Kef. Now, hopefully Aragon will help us out. These Castilian nobles are fighting in the mountains, giving them a -2 terrain penalty. And it looks like we were able to defeat a far superior force. And of course, we are going to do the same thing here in Fez. This is a mountainous province, and we do own a castle here with 2,740 manpower. I just saw it a minute ago. Looks like they are going to retreat, unfortunately. And all is going according to plan. If I go ahead and give Tunisia a separate piece, I would like to go ahead and possibly cede these 3 provinces here along the coastline to Telemankin. And maybe even Kef here, so that way we don't need to worry about this fort. But of course, taking over Kablia means this fort will be ceded to the Telemankin. Okay, if everything goes according to plan, we should be able to trick Morocco into fighting into the highlands. And we should be able to smash their faces open. Haha! They have a -1 terrain penalty and a -1 crossing penalty. I'm very happy about that. Absolutely demolishing the rest of those units. We are going to siege down Tangiers. We are sieging down Kef. We have 27,000 manpower, and of course we still need to reinforce the other 3,000 manpower that we did lose. Now, as I stated, if all goes according to plan, I'm going to go into Tunisia here. My #1 priority will be to take all of their income. I would, of course, war reparations. And I would like to do something like this. And 76 aggressive expansion, that is fine for the time being. The Telemankins would gain a variety of extra development, which could be very beneficial for us for the time being. And I think I want to take care of one war at a time. So I am going to move into these Tunisian armies here. 16,000 troops, but with the help of these 17,000 troops, we should be able to kick butt and take names. Now, I am curious, if I don't take the 6th developmental province, would I be able to do something like this? No. I don't necessarily need war reparations. What if I did something like this? Taking 4 provinces, of course having a castle and some highlands could be quite nice. Not necessarily the best development score, but, you know, it shouldn't be too bad here. Because, of course, I do have a lot of extra income, and we don't necessarily need to spend it here for the time being. Looks like Morocco is sieging down our Highlands province once again. Rightful ownership. I certainly am never, ever, ever going to return provinces to Portugal. It is ours and always will be, gaining prestige, but Portugal, of course, will gain liberty, desire, and a hate towards us, but that is absolutely fine. You are nothing more than a vassal in my eyes. Castile or all of Iberia will be under one banner and not the Portuguese, that is for sure. Hopefully our siege of Kef will be finished up very soon. Telemankin here is retaking this province. Decline of the merchant classes. They are going to lose some influence. Not necessarily the greatest thing, but it is something we're going to have to deal with very soon. And 14,000 against 16,000. We're going to move in just in case. We should be able to win this battle. And it looks like we were successful, so we are going to move back to Tunisia as soon as this finishes up. And we're going to siege down their capital province, split this army in half, Actually, if it's possible, we'll try to stack wipe these units, but unfortunately the 1st of March was much faster than we had anticipated, and I don't believe we're going to be able to stack wipe them. They will most likely run away to another province, and we will arrive on the 29th of March. Hopefully this time we can take them out. They don't have any morale. But of course we are a very weak force. Gonna be moving into Hadna. If we keep up the pressure, we should be able to stack wipe them, and we absolutely were. We are gonna divide this army in half and try to carpet siege down the Tunisian territories. I'm gonna move my fleet over to the Cape of Bon. That way we can set up a blockade and begin getting this phase progress modifier from -2 to 0. Now, we have lost 8,000 men, bringing us down to about 17,000 manpower. I am going to go ahead and try to bring these units over and try to consolidate our infantry and possibly even siege down Ceuta. Once again, they are, of course, this is a Highlands province. If everything goes according to plan, even though we have a very tiny amount of units, at least in this army, we should be able to defeat a much larger force because they are fighting on our terms and not theirs. Improvements in naval technologies, I will certainly 100% take 50 diplomatic power rather than 10. Unfortunately, this does give us some inflation. And I believe I will see this to Tlemenkin, and Tlemenkin. Now, the reason why I am doing this, once again, is because all of these provinces have increased coring cost, and I would much rather spend diplomatic power annexing a vassal rather than starting up brand new governments. So I am going to piggyback on the hard work of our vassals here, but instead of spending administrative power, we are going to be spending diplomatic power. And you know what? I think I'm going to try to help out. I do have 1 siege modifier. Maybe if everything goes according to plan, I am going to send these units into Dara. Well, I'll just let them siege it down. -7% chance of a surrender. We do have 3 lazy diplomats. Let's put them to good work. Let's improve relations with Aragon. Let's improve relations with Naples. Now, we do have 1 additional diplomat. We are going to improve relations with France, at least for the time being. Another day closer to sieging down Dara. Defenders desert. Only 895 garrison is left inside Dara compared to 7,000 troops. We are going to go ahead and move 1 step closer to Ceuta and possibly even having a war after the 1st here. We should be able to win because they are fighting in a province that they don't belong. -1 terrain. Though we do have a smaller force, we should be able to win them over. And of course we're going to retreat into Gibraltar. Now it looks like the Ottomans have now declared us a rival. That is fine and that is okay, at least for the time being. And Tunis, the capital, is slowly but surely making its way closer and closer to a surrender. The last siege tick brought us defenders deserted, which means these defenders are slowly leaving. The morale is leaving as well. So, of course, the longer the siege goes on, the more efficient our assault will be as soon as we finally break down these walls. A water shortage bringing us to 49%. And it looks like Morocco might be moving back into the Highlands or Fez. The siege of Dara here has been going on for almost 750 days. That's 2 years. All they would really need is just 1 cannon, and then that would practically end everything. Looks like we're about to have a naval skirmish on our hands, and we should be able to take them out very quickly. Now, we don't have a diplomat. We are going to recall our diplomat from France, split our military in half. We're going to carpet siege the rest of this territory. And hopefully try to get a separate peace with Tunisia here very soon. Now, we do have some weak ships. We are going to send them back to Murcia and have them repaired. And it looks like we did pick up another heavy ship, which is very nice to see. Morocco would like a peace offer we aren't going to accept just yet. We're going to try to get a separate peace from Tunisia. We are running somewhat low on manpower now. We had gone from about 30,000 to about 15,000. And we are slowly but surely sieging down Tunisia. What would it look like if we were to give Tunisia a separate peace, 78% war score? And unfortunately, they have negative 82 reasons to give this to us. What if we let them keep all of their money, even though that's not what I'm going to do at all? I certainly want to keep your money, because what I will do is embrace the Renaissance here very, very soon. It will cost us 696 ducats, but every month that goes by will bring us closer and closer. Peace offer from Tunisia? I don't think so. And I wonder if I go ahead, split my army in half, take the bigger force. Unfortunately, they are being blockaded by this very, very small boat here. Let's go ahead, merge all of these units. Actually, let's get you out of here. We will now merge these two navies. Of course, having two early carracks, which is very nice. Now, it says we are blocked, even though this is an island, surprisingly enough. I may make my way into Ceuta once again. Looks like Morocco here has some Susian separatists. That is fine. Tunisia, of course, we had gone from 78% war score to 81%. I don't think I want to siege down this castle. I might just end it as it is. You know, we are going to get a lot of aggressive expansion, but that is fine. We're negotiating for themselves, separate peace. And, of course, we are going to finally bring back our military units. And as I stated before, we do have this vassal as Catholic. So they're going to be spending the amount of administrative power, setting up governments, and, of course, spending their own income, possibly converting these provinces, if we could somehow get them from rebellious to loyal. And we do have 93% war score. We do have a lot of administrative power. Just these provinces would cost us 511 administrative power. I would like to take all of your money. That isn't very much. What about war reparations? I did say I was going to give them all to Tlemenkin, but I think I am just going to go ahead and take them for myself. 113 aggressive expansion. That is fine for the time being. And, of course, we now have a castle in Ceuta, which means we do not need this castle in Granada. And we do have a variety of new counties. We are going to have to go ahead and pay the increased coring costs. But what I do like is this province here does produce gold. I don't think I need this. I'm going to destroy this castle in Ceuta and leave this mountainous province here in Fez with a castle. And if everything goes according to plan, I would like to go ahead and embrace the Renaissance as soon as we can. And it looks like this very small province all the way in the back, we aren't able to set up a government just yet because we don't necessarily have any adjacent provinces that are closer to it. With a core, we have some very small uprisings. We are going to go ahead and send you into battle as soon as we can. Going to be wasting some additional manpower, but that is fine for the time being. Algerian separatists. And of course, we do have a additional missionary. I think I would like to get an Inquisitor before we do anything crazy, such as converting these provinces to Catholicism. We're getting closer and closer to embracing the Renaissance, though I am a little worried about these Portuguese separatists and these Moroccan separatists. Hopefully, Tlemenken here will siege down their own province. Hopefully. They do have a variety of extra development, so they should be able to provide themselves a stronger army. Now, how close are we to embracing the Renaissance? 724 gold, unfortunately. I am going to reduce our army maintenance, not by a lot, but by a little bit. We certainly don't need 4 forts. We are going to go ahead and mothball all of them except for Fez, because my goal here is to have these Moroccan separatists get trapped in this mountainous province and, of course, have our military quickly take out whatever resistance still arises. If we go into our economic map mode and then into our trade goods map mode, you can see we took out a gold province, a wool province, 3 cloth provinces, a grain, and 2 fish provinces. These fish and the grain provinces aren't that great, but what is nice is they are on the coast, which of course will allow us to produce more trade ships much more efficiently. I would like to get some sort of very cheap military advisor, either a master recruiter or a quartermaster. Excuse me, not a quartermaster. There is a certain type of advisor, and what he does is he reduces the amount of army maintenance that we're paying. Though I don't believe I am going to cycle through. I could retire this advisor, but that doesn't seem like our best option. And of course, we have 15 transport ships that aren't doing anything. We will mothball you. We're going to take our 2 heavy ships out, mothball them, saving us some ducats. We now have 19 trade ships. We're going to split you in half. 9 of you will be going into the Tunisian trade node. It looks like there will be a small loss. We're going to actually go ahead and take all of these ships once again and send them all to the Safi trade node. And it looks like we are going to lose some money, but it will be cheaper than having them all sit there and doing nothing. And of course, if we go to our trade map mode, more and more of this income, because of our trade ships, should be funneled into the Sevilla trade node. And it looks like we now have 81% of this entire node, and though we do own every single country here, it looks like a variety of smaller nations, even the Papal States, way over here, do have some sort of ability to funnel trade upstream. Of course, I will go ahead and grant this province to the burghers as soon as I can, though it might not be for some time. We need to go ahead and core these provinces, and we need to go ahead and grant them into states. We still have high liberty desire from Portugal, and we still have high liberty desire from the Tlemenken. Smugglers are running rampant. I don't want trade efficiency or national tax modifier for the next decade, so we are going to stop them. And Portugal, of course, has -1 loyalty. We are going to improve relations as quickly as we can. And part of me would like to go ahead and declare war on Morocco. Once again, they are still allied to Tunisia, which means if we successfully take down more and more provinces, we should be able to cede a variety of provinces to Tlemenken as well. Now, I am expecting some rebels here, some rebels here, some rebels in Portugal, and some rebels that we don't see in this faction map mode down here in Tlemenken. This is because they are a different religion, of course, Sunni versus Catholic, even though the state province here is Catholic, but if you click all of these actual provinces, they are Sunni. That will change when Tlemenken is no longer rebellious or disloyal, but it will be a very long time before that happens. When are we able to go ahead and begin our annexation of Portugal? We should be able to do so now because it has been 10 years. But unfortunately, we are going to need 190 opinion. So not for quite some time. They believe we are a tyrant overlord. Oh, that is because we didn't give them Braganca or something like that. That was certainly not going to happen. And they believe we're tyrants now. Ah, man. We won that battle fair and square. We have the ability to invest in new technology. We certainly won't be doing that just yet. I would like to go ahead and ask for a contribution from the burghers. And the goal, of course, would be to now embrace the Renaissance. In another 18 years, colonialism should be spawning. And now that we have embraced the Renaissance, all of these technologies are a lot cheaper. We're going to unlock national ideas. We are going to unlock the limber. And of course, I could get basic financial instruments, but part of me would really like to get exploration, and I believe that will be my #1 goal. So we are going to unlock a colonist, and we are going to unlock Quest for the New World, unlocking explorers and conquistadors. We are going to choose our native policy. I think I am going to have to do, we will treat the natives ruthlessly from now on. This will increase the frequency of their raids, but also allow our colony to grow faster. And when we say grow faster, it is much faster. 20 additional men every single month, and we only get 25 right now, so that is almost double the speed. Of course, we could get the native coexistence policy. This would be a lot slower, but we would never have to waste manpower. And you know what? I think I am... I'm going to get the native coexistence policy. That way, we would never need to waste manpower. And we are looking for our trade fleet. They should be in Safi. Here they are. I am absolutely blind. We're going to take 3 ships out of here. And send you back on your Safi trade protection. Send you into a port, hire an explorer. Looks like we do have a naval leader still. And I believe we are going to go ahead, hire Diego Nunes, go into our military map mode, disband this naval leader because we don't need him. And of course, we are going to explore the West African Sea. And as soon as we can, we'll send our colonists down to begin our colonization of Africa. All right, well, I am going to go ahead and end this episode here. As always, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in our next adventure.